So I've had this monologue in my head how I was gonna go about introducing fractured verse, right? And this is not just something I've thought of. It's been in my head. It's been in my head for years, for months, for weeks, but I never really came to the decision of just doing it, right? So now the monologue is gone. Now the monologue is just gone, and I don't know what to say. But anyways, the general idea is just to find people, to find people who kind of have the same thought process as me, kind of have the same understanding as me, and we're fractured in a sense. This will be a place of healing for me. It will be a place where I can just put out whatever it is that I be writing, whether be it poems or spoken word. Honestly, I do not have, I don't have a name for what I write. I don't have a name for that. I just write stuff. I just write stuff, and I believe them to be true because they come from here. They come from my heart, and it's not something that I just make up. Words come to me. Words do come to me. So I just put pen to paper, and that's why fractured verse is here. Just to help me alleviate that suffering, and in that process help me find myself, of which I hope in finding myself I can create a community of people who can relate to a certain extent, to what I'm going through, to what I went through. So this is not, again, just for me. I hope this verse that I'm about to create will become Piccolo to my God. You know what I mean? That my son or my daughter one of these days will just log into IT and just explore my innermost world, without me having to explain, having to go through that uncomfortable process, that awkward process. And it's not about me neglecting my duties as a father. No, I won't be doing that, but this is just making it easier for them to understand, to understand who I was, you know, and probably the road I've traveled to get to where I am, to get to wherever I will be at that specific time. So that's what fractured verse is. It will be it's a personal space. More so, I feel like I should say that it will be personal space. It is not. It will be, since I'm just doing this now. So it will be. It is. It is a personal space. Where everyone can come and just be. Be themselves. So yeah, going forward, my videos obviously will have to improve. I will have to learn how to edit, how to do all that process, all the content creation stuff. I will have to learn that, just so it is intriguing, and it keeps people here, it keeps people around, and people want to know, yo, what are you doing? So that's what I'm willing to do for this. I'm willing to travel through a storm just to have this type of platform, not only for myself but for anyone. Going forward, I would like to contribute with anyone. If you feel like you want to plug your own video, just say on the thingy, on the comment section, so I can make it happen for you, because it's a verse after all. It's a universe. It's a fractured universe. That is what it is for us. The broken, the whatever. If you don't necessarily need to be broken. You don't necessarily need to be broken, but you have to have some form of knowledge. Even if it's just minute, you have to have some type of whatever. I'm just yapping right now, so that's what it is. Again, that's what this is gonna be. Just a platform for me to yap about everything and anything that interests me, aside from the most whatever things I've written. You know, And I won't be going as far as to research stuff, right? I won't try. I want to say this because I won't try and research stuff. Whatever I say here is just my own based opinions, you know. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't go and research what I say. If you feel like it, you can. But this has just come from me because I feel like to a point we trust research over our own opinions. Because if you think about it, if you really think about it, before there was information, right? These people, the Friedrichs, the Kafkas, the Freuds, the Youngs, they had to dig into themselves. They had to create some form of gnosis that we today call our wisdom. It's wisdom to us, right? To them, it was just our thoughts. You know, they just compiled our thoughts and called it knowledge. And we agreed upon, like the water agreed that this is true. And now we have it. It is here. It is our wisdom. We look to those ghosts of the past for wisdom, for guidance, right? So what I'm gonna say here, it's just my thoughts. It's not like I have maybe some pieces might be linked, you know, because I've read some stuff, and I might have the same thought process as those people because they have influenced me in some way. But that doesn't mean I have done the research about a certain topic that I will be talking about because this is just me. Fractured verse. Whatever that is, you feel like you have to get it out there, and you don't have a community of people. You don't think that people will just sit there and listen to you. This is the place where you come, you know. You can hit me up, like I said, on the comment section. You want to post a video, you can talk about it, you can post it. This is not just for me, it's for us. You know, I'm trying to create a community, out of joy. Yeah, so let's do this. Welcome to my fractured verse. Yeah.